I went to the Jersey Shore recently for one day to work on my tan. I went to the Seaside Boardwalk because it's just what I do. It's impossible. I don't know how this keeps happening, but it just keeps getting scummier and scummier as the years go on. I don't get it. Ugh. And I've never seen such a conglomeration of men with like sternum tattoos. It like starts here and then branches out. It was weird. This year though, the t-shirt shops were featuring YOLO. that wondrous phrase that keeps popping up on my Twitter feed. So these t-shirts had hashtag YOLO all over them, and you could make hats with them. I saw a guy who had a YOLO hat, a YOLO shirt, and probably YOLO pants on the butt. And all of this crappy YOLO shit is originating from one of the most banal, boastful pieces of shit songs ever. Drake created the motto, and he's being exalted for this phrase that probably came about a long ass time ago. I feel like Nike made it up, or Nike brought it to light, you know, like, you only live once, it's 1994, so just do it. Just because fucking Drake made it an acronym and spelled it out, like, woo, he's so innovative. Drake's been around for, I don't know, 2 years, something like that. And every time I look at him, I'm like, what is that? Who created you? Maybe the brows are throwing me. The brows, they're kind of like this, like, there's one brow. They're this bushy. Hi. Hey ladies. I'm Drake. So Drake comes up with the amazing acronym of YOLO. And suddenly this is, I guess it's being just splattered all over the world, just ejaculated all over the world. People are getting tattoos of YOLO because Drake said it in a song, and one of the worst fucking songs I've heard in like recent years. Ugh. Now she want a photo. You already know though. You only live once. That's the motto we call YOLO. Fucking Drake, like, everything he does, except for maybe one song, the one that where he sings, he auto-tune sings, Find Your Love, I think. I kind of like that song, except for the way where he's singing, hey, 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 and then it goes, hey, 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 like this completely off note that just hurts your ears. But Drake usually talks in this quite monotone voice, and that's how he raps. Oh, everybody, you already know though. You only live once, that's the motto we call YOLO. We about it every day, every day, every day. I'm Drake Bot. I'm coming to ruin your ears. Prepare for destruction. Destroy. You're like, Drake, come on, like, get some leverage to your voice. Pick a different cadence, sir. Something about this guy. I just look at him and I'm like, if somebody just shoved you lightly, you would collapse like a foldable chair. Like an accordion. Just done. You know, Drake got his start as a disabled gentleman on Degrassi. Now, I have not watched Degrassi, but come on. Really? Like, really? And he's Canadian, and I have nothing against Canadians, but I've only known a few Canadians in my life, and one of them told me that Canada was America's 51st state. He was a weird dude. Maybe he just put me off Canadians. I don't know. But then again, I love Seth Rogen, and he's from Canada. It's like Drake is trying to portray himself as this hard guy from the streets of Alberta. And you're just like, no, Drake. Drake, no. You're not hard. You can't beat anybody up. You probably punch like this. That's the incorrect way, I think. I don't know. I saw on BuzzFeed that the girl that got Drake tattooed on her forehead, apparently, like, they did an interview with the guy who tattooed her, and he was like, well, you know, I just have to do my job, and it's weird that she did it. And then somebody interviewed Drake and was like, well, what do you think that some random girl has your name tattooed on your forehead, even though his name is Aubrey? And Drake wasn't mad at the girl. He was mad at the tattoo artist. And he was like, if I see you, I'm gonna fuck you up. I can't believe you did that, man. Like, I'm gonna take it outside and we gonna fucking fight. Like, oh my God. And you're like, Drake, that's an empty threat, sir. You can't damage anybody. Maybe if you wore a big ring that said Drake on it and then you punched him in the forehead. Oh, look, tattoo. Imprinted. Like Jacob Black. Something about Young Money. I'm not liking them. I mean, I know a lot of people have asked me to do a rant on Lil Wayne. I can't get through one of his songs. I look at that guy and he freaks me the fuck out. And all of their songs that, you know, they feature everybody, all of their songs just talk about how fucking rich they are. And for what? You know, for making douchebag rap songs and encompassing YOLO. You don't encompass YOLO. You talking about all the bitches you fuck down in the streets of New York City, and you can't talk about stuff because the money's in the way. You know, that's not really encompassing you only live once. YOLO, that is like, hey, let's go skydiving because, you only live once, why not try that, you know? You already know, though. But this YOLO concept, it's just giving people excuses to act like fucking morons because, woohoo, they only live once. Really? I didn't know that. Thank you, Drake, for opening my eyes. Couldn't have done it without you, man. YOLO is not an excuse to make PLDs. Poor life decision. You know what, Drake and Young Money? STFU. GTFO, because YPGO. You're pissing Gines off. Drake and the rest of Young Money, I predict. I'm not a big rap fan, but I do appreciate good rap. I believe that these guys will be a blip on the radar love that is the music industry. How crappy it is these days. They're just gonna be a blip that they'll be forgotten about. Like, nobody's gonna fucking remember Drake in a decade. I can guarantee that. I'll put money on it. I'll put $500 on it. I think Drake's band name should be like Drake's Mallards. Not Drake's Cakes, because Drake's Cakes are awesome. But Drake's Mallards. They don't deserve Drake's Cakes. With that, I'm gonna go YOLO and go to bed. Good night, bitches. You already know that.